Many of us feel a bit lost in the daily grind. We chase jobs, bills and possessions, but sometimes it feels like something is missing. Maybe you have wondered, is this all there is? Majority of people live without realizing their true purpose. We come here not just to exist, but to know ourselves, God, and break the chains of birth, illness and death. And at the end of life, return home to the spiritual world, where we will find eternal life and happiness. Two paths lie before us. The first is the material path. This is the path of oblivion, a path devoid of knowledge about oneself and the nature of our world. A person follows this path when they spend their entire life merely trying to earn more money, surround their body with greater comfort, and seek more pleasures, often regardless of other people and hurting them, forgetting that everything he achieved with his hard work will leave him one day, on the day of his death. Such a person doesn't know that in fact he is an eternal soul, and his only task is to end death, once and for all, and find eternal life in the spiritual world. And until we understand this, we will be forced to be born and die again and again in our full of suffering material world. But there is another path, the spiritual path. When a person starts to look around, they see that there are hardly any happy people here, and to varying degrees, each of us suffers in some way. Some suffer due to a lack of money, some because of a bad partner, unfulfilled dreams, or something else. Then the person begins to ask himself questions about who I am, how our world works, and why some people live better while others live worse. He starts to think about God, and if he is persistent in his search, then God himself guides him and helps him find all the answers. And if a person doesn't stray from this path, his consciousness gradually transforms from material to spiritual. Faith in God is strengthened, and he begins to feel spiritual happiness from communicating with him. And God grants such a person liberation and eternal life, and he will never again be born in our temporary world. All you have to do for this is simply remember God, start and do not stop learning about him, and don't intentionally sin. That's it. And if you have any questions, I will be happy to answer them.